did not display any toxicological effect on zebrafish embryonic development. For the concentration superior to 6 microgram, a significant increase in mortality rate in zebrafish embryo was detected. We note also that no viable zebrafish embryo were observed with concentration equal or greater than 8 microgram. The lethal concentration for 50% of the embryo was 6.6 microgram. The study of the toxicity of all compounds of the essential oil separately shows that some compounds are totally safe and others have limit toxicity. Moreover, we had another experience still as part of the toxicity study and in collaboration with the Institut Supérieur de Biotechnologie du Monastir and l'École Nationale d'Ingénieurs de Sfax. We tried to determine the relationship between the non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs in aquatic environmental exposure and to assess the indirect human health risk using zebrafish embryo. This work is published in Methods X journal. To assess the acute toxicity of diclofenac, ibuprofen, ketoprofen, and paracetamol, we used a range of 5 concentrations. Every day, the exposure solution were renewed, and the lethal and sublethal parameters were documented as mortality, hatching, and malformation until the end of the test. All the tests are performed in triplicates. We have determined the LC15 value for ketoprofen, diclofenac, and paracetamol. For the ibuprofen, we determined the LC10 and not the existence of malformation. We note also that blood congestion and small eyes are the 2 most often found abnormalities following exposure to the 4 drugs. In addition, ibuprofen, ketoprofen, and diclofenac all cause the same abnormality in the larva, but with different intensities. Among all potential malformation, eye construction was displayed after diclofenac exposure, and the embryo exposed to diclofenac show an increase in the number of individuals with reduced eye size. We notice also the presence of scoliosis, lordosis, deformities, and skin depigmentation following exposure to diclofenac, ketoprofen, and ibuprofen. These abnormalities were absent in the case of paracetamol. Moreover, we can notice that diclofenac has more severe toxicity effects than ibuprofen and ketoprofen for inducing scoliosis, yellow edema, blood congestion, depigmentation of the skin, decrease of the yolk sac volume, reduce the eye size, and causes lack of spontaneous movement. In conclusion, all of the non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs tested had a significant effect on the embryonic and larva development of zebrafish. This finding showed that diclofenac, ketoprofen, and ibuprofen had a high toxicity data, whereas paracetamol had low toxicity. At the end, a lot of effort has been and still being devoted for acquiring a zebrafish housing system that will allow us to develop new techniques and the extension of our collaboration. At the end, I want to thank all persons and organisms who took part in this adventure. Thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you, Nassim, and I said very nice presentation and very nice work. And actually, it shows, as far as I understood, it shows that the core facility is working. I mean, we can do essays, the core facility, don't we? Elle est fonctionnelle, donc, la plateforme.
Oui, elle est fonctionnelle, juste on est dans la contrainte d'avoir toujours un approvisionnement continu en poissons adultes.
Okay, so
Mais on fait avec les moyens du bord, c'est le système D, toujours.
this is actually the goal of the webinar. What should we prepare and what should we have to run smoothly and performly a facility? So Nassim and I said also before giving the floor to the assistants. So I'm aiming to know for the core facility of the CBS, how many aquarium you have, how much it costed, like range of the range of price, how effort it needs to run a core facility in a daily matter, you know, all this technical stuff. This will be very informative for us, and this will help us a lot to establish collaboration. So I will start with Nassim. How many aquarium you have?
We have two functional aquarium. We had one, it is non-functional. We have a great container. We prepared water for adult fish. We have 5 or 6 tank for breeding. The little we have a system to make.
Nassim, you can continue in French because it's really technical stuff and on aimerait vraiment savoir comment on peut nous aider les uns les autres pour pouvoir faire des manipulations concrètes sur les zebrafish. So I will share my screen myself. I will share my screen and please let me know if you are seeing my screen, all of you.
Yeah.
Yes. So this is, for example, a core facility, but this one is a very big core facility that we can see here, and I think it's in US or something.
We don't see it, Mohammed.
You don't see my screen.
No, I see Nassim screen.
I see it.
Okay. I don't see it.
Nassim, can you stop sharing your screen, for example?
Ok. Comment je dois faire?
Stop
L'autre, voilà.
on the top.
On the top. Maintenir, sélectionner un grand écran.
Donc l'autre a partagé l'écran juste ناحية, donc stop partager.
Voilà.
Good. And now, if I'm not wrong, you are seeing my screen. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. So this is a facility in the US, and I think that even Vincenzo could show even, the facility. So anyway, so we have here the aquarium. So this is what I mean by aquarium. This is people of the facility, and behind the aquarium, this is a really big facility. We have also some kind of microscope to run assay, to see the zebrafish, to see the fish, to see the staining for with epifluorescence microscopy, to run in vivo, to run real-time experimentation. I think there is also an injector, as you can see here, so to inject the embryos, to inject the fish. This is a really big facility. So my question, why I'm showing you all this? Why I'm showing you all this? In Tunisia, we are not aiming to establish such a big facility, but the goal is what should we have to run smoothly? So then I have to.
Yeah. I don't know. You heard me, Mohammed?
Yes, please. That's why actually.
Okay. So I think the last idea that Nassim showed that there is, we call this like a husbandry or like how you call this, like for housing system, like this one. This you can like keep it without a lot of manipulation. So this is what we aim it to do. But this kind of thing are comparing to, like, for Tunisia, it's like a little bit expensive. They are like 20,000, 30,000 price for each unit. And the problem when we wanted to bring one like that in Tunisia, it was very expensive. It started with 20,000, it became like 100,000 dinar or something. So it is a little bit expensive. If you want something that like
So then
standard,
my question is,
it's expensive.
qu'est-ce que nous avons au CBS? What I was
Yeah,
I was wishing to see some picture, but anyway.
yeah.
So what do we have?
So to keep the fish, you don't need a lot of like, if you want to have a small, not a, I don't call it a facility, but like you have a small aquarium, like a number of aquarium, you can do it by hand. Like you can feed the fish every day, clean, and this is not easy to, like, it's not something easy to do with the normal aquarium. This is the biggest problem, I will say. It's not very expensive. It doesn't cost a lot when you do it in this way, but it's not something easy to do it every day. So that's why we need this type of system. The problem, we wanted to buy this with the project that we obtained, but the money was not enough to bring something like that. And if you want to do it, like just asking someone to do it, he can help you, but always this system will not be as efficient as something that is like standardized and something. And the problem with the fish, what we do in our, like in the CBS, is like we have just wild type. So we use wild type to do toxicity test. But if you want to do a real research, you need a lot of transgenic line that express a specific marker. And at this stage, so if you work just with wild type, you don't need a lot of infrastructure. Few aquarium, it's enough for toxicity test, something like that. But if you want to scale up and do like a real research, and you will need the microscope and a lot of like a confocal microscope, something like that, we are talking about another level of research. It's not the same.
Okay, I said I will. I see that Vincenzo wanna say something, and then I'll back to you for more specific question. Yes, Vincenzo.
No, just going back to your question, actually, for some of the projects that we have where we have to treat adult fish with the compounds, actually they cannot be in the main system. So, I mean, you can set up like a very inexpensive system, which is kind of temporary, that can last 2 to 3 months, depending on the assays that you want to do. Actually, as it has been nicely shown in this presentation, I mean, if you want to do like tox screening, which will not last, for a very long time, I mean, you could set up this kind of systems. Well, you would have to control, a lot of parameters. Obviously, the ideal would be that you would have like a system that costs, as Nacim said, like, I don't know, 20,000 or so, which might be expensive, but you could do like, and there is an inexpensive form of doing this. The only thing is that, I mean, you would have to acquire the tanks, but there are a lot of, I don't know, there are a lot of zebrafish facilities which are also shutting down. In some places now there is one from the States, which is Daniel Lab, that is selling all the material. And it's very cheap. It actually closed last week, and now it's everything on sale. So in case you're interested, you can just buy this from the States, and you can start setting up a small system, not being ambitious, but I guess that this is doable.
And correct me, both Vincenzo, Nassim, and I said if I'm not wrong. So we are talking about adult zebrafish, and also in the same time we can handle embryos, no? Don't we?
Yeah, the advantage is more using embryo than more than adult, because you can have like a lot of embryo good number of embryo very easy.
And to have the embryo or the fish, you are like how to say it in English? You need the support of the CD7 school. So they are the provider of the fish or not?
Well, the fish you can get from any lab, actually. I mean,
The problem. Sorry for interruption.
No, no.
The problem in Tunisia, like just exporting fish, you can have a problem to export fish. This is another problem, but I think it can be resolved. But this is also another problem. Like if you want to introduce transgenic line, there is no clear law. I think we have this problem before to bring Drosophila. I don't know how you did it to have access, but this is like if someone sends you fish, you cannot just let them enter to the country. You have to have a certain certification, everything, and they will not. I don't know. Something must be done at this level first, and then we will have whatever.
Before that, what I said is you are always like tributaire of according to CD7. So CD7 send you the fish, don't you? Or I'm wrong.
No, it's not CD7. So this is like zebrafish, and they are wild type.
Okay.
So wild type, you can find them anywhere.
Okay.
Any fish, how you call this, aquariophily.
Okay.
So they can provide you with this type of fish. But if we are talking about real research, we need to use transgenic lines. And this you cannot have them with from Tunisia. You can have them only with collaboration with other lab.
I understand. I fully understand. So again, the question is, we are trying to start smoothly, as I said. So we are trying to start smoothly. So to run a regular, because you are always saying real research. It's a matter of establishing a facility. We will see about the research later on. So we need some aquarium. You have the microscope and the CBS, and you run toxicity assays on embryos. So, and to establish that, it was not easy, but it was feasible.
Yeah, it's feasible.
Mohamed, pardon. Ça fait une année, je cherche des poissons adultes chez ceux qui vendent les poissons d'ornementation ou des aquariums parce que ça fait une année où je ne trouve pas de poissons adultes sauvages pour les tests de toxicité. Donc, on n'a pas de poissons adultes pour avoir des embryons, pour travailler là-dessus, les tests de toxicité. Parce que les poissons de décoration sont considérés comme des produits de luxe et ils sont imposables d'une manière atroce. Donc, pour ces raisons, je n'ai pas pu trouver les poissons sauvages adultes chez ces vendeurs.
D'accord. D'où l'importance d'avoir l'école vétérinaire de CDCEPT avec nous. C'est pour ça que je dis ça.
Oui.
Yes.
Peut-être s'il arrive à nous approvisionner de poissons sauvages, féconds, ça va résoudre le problème, oui. Au moins pour les tests de toxicité.
Yeah. I don't know if Amin is still with us. I do assume yes. But yeah, again, the goal of this after lunch session is to see what facility we have, what kind of facility we have, and how we should, I would not say could, but how we should work together in order to improve our work. So before I continue, is there any question from the audience maybe to Nacim and Aysat?